What's going on, guys? I have partially lost my voice because I am hurting. Basically, day one of Gen Con is about done, and I'm all done. And it's been a long day. It's not all done. It's still daylight out a little bit, but yeah, I got a lot of interesting footage. Got to talk to some interesting people today, and I got some cool footage of the Superstar Destroyer. So that is also very, very exciting. So if you are just joining us, yeah, I did tweet some pictures. I have those here today, though. I'm gonna show off those pictures. This one is, I can make these a little bigger, I think. We can make them a little bigger. Let's make them a little bigger. Boop, 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 boop. No, it's not Conflu. I was, let's see, how do I advance this? I gotta change. Let me turn it off for a second. I'll figure out. Funny thing, originally there wasn't going to be any Armada on display at Gen Con. It was only going to be like all the other games. And I was annoyed with that. And I said, when I got my schedule, I'm like, I noticed there's no Armada. I signed up to hopefully do Armada, but I have a bunch of second. I'll do X-Wing or Legion or even Destiny or whatever. And they said, no, we're not going to have Armada. And I was thinking, really? Come on. And then I was thinking, like, does that mean that it's a secret? Like it's going to be Armada 2nd Edition and you're like, and I didn't want to talk about this beforehand because I'm trying not to ruin surprises beforehand. There's a certain amount of like NDA or privileged information that I can't really speculate on and make videos about. So I talked to them about that, and it just seemed like they weren't going to have it. And I'm like, that's weird, but whatever. So then I get to the convention hall this morning, and my voice is sore because I've been talking. I've been teaching games all day. That's just what happens when you have to explain the rules for rules-heavy games like Legion and Armada. Well, they had Armada set up on a table, but there was nobody scheduled to teach it. Now, I had a big Hoth table for Legion that I was teaching. The table directly behind me was the Armada table. There was an Armada core set, a box for of each of the Wave 7 ships, and then like a Rogues and Villains pack. So the good thing is, because I like to promote Armada, I like to teach it, and I like for people to get interested in it. And previous cons, like Star Wars Celebration last year, that they only had a core set out. And I'm like, you aren't going to be able to really teach somebody, the Armada with only a core set. It's not going to work that way. So I was glad to see that they had a bunch of stuff out, so you could actually have an ISD, because an ISD was the biggest ship in Armada, and it's the most pretty and all of that good stuff. But yeah, so now it's I was like, well, good, we can actually have a bunch of great looking ships out. And I was asking like, who's doing Armada, and like, apparently there wasn't anybody. So I'm like, no problem, relax, I got you. So I took over teaching Armada and trying to pull double duty. I'm trying to teach 2 games at the same time, dude. That's why I have no voice right now, because I was teaching Legion and Armada, and I got a little break halfway through, so I got to go around and look at a few things. I came back and did a Millennium Falcon, Lando's Falcon unboxing. I got a bunch more stuff I have to unbox. By the way, guys, I do have these in hand. Solo and the Rebel Commandos for Legion. Got these. So got all that, and plus I got and just for so I picked up like every single thing they had for X-Wing 2.0. And because even the stuff that I don't need that's already going to be in the conversion kit, like this is a different Y-Wing model, so I figure I owe it to you guys to review all of this stuff. We've got even the X-Wing, like everybody who was at the announcement already had one, but I didn't have one yet. You want to know something cool? Let's talk about the Superstar Destroyer. Let's talk about the Superstar Destroyer. Okay, I can't measure it. It's in a glass case. I'm gonna try to see if I can get them at some point after the convention hall closes to pull it out and set it up on the table so we can actually get some pictures of it amongst other ships. I'm gonna try and see if we can work that out. I mean, why wouldn't they want to do that, right? It's like it'd be promoting the hell out of it, you know. So I'm gonna try and do that. I'm not making any promises because they're notorious for sticking to their own plan, and that plan might be to no, let's not. Because here's the thing: the SSD is a prototype; it's not the final version. So when it comes to that sort of thing, so when it comes to this thing, this isn't what you're actually getting, right? Show me the next picture. What the hell? What is going on? I've got 3 pictures in a slideshow and it won't advance them. Screw it. Anyway, they're on Twitter. You can check out the pictures I have on Twitter. So let's see. But I did take some measurements. So if you're familiar with these, this is the X-Wing blister pack. So I got up against the glass as close as I could on the inside because it's a little bit farther back. And this is, it's more than 2.5 times the size of ISD, I think. I tried to hold this up to the glass. Now, granted, right, ship is here behind some glass, so I can only push something like this far, all right? But I had somebody help me, because I'm holding all these blister packs. I'm holding all this X-Wing stuff. I got a freaking huge bag full of X-Wing stuff. So I took one X-Wing blister. I said, okay, let's take another one. It's high advanced blister. And we lined them up, like box to box, not including this little fold-out part. We lined 2 of them up. It was bigger than that. We lined 3 of them up. It was bigger than that. It was bigger than this. Okay, I'm gonna hold this against my face, and no, it's not nice. It's not gonna work. And it was almost the size. It went to the 4th one to about like where the text was on the box. It was like 3 of these plus 3/4 of one of these. And I don't have a ruler on me, but I'd say, I don't know, it's pretty long. So, very big stuff. So that's exciting. Oh, I got a damage deck. Got an X-Wing damage deck, not for resale. That's kind of cool. Full-size damage deck. I didn't even know they were giving these out. I guess you get this with a purchase. I even, man, just for sake of being complete, I even bought a TIE LN expansion. Like who needs more TIE fighters? Are you kidding me? Had to, you know, because a couple years from now, somebody's like, you never did the TIE fighter unboxing. I'm like, well, no, I did. Yeah. Yeah, it's. I don't think it's 3 feet long. I think it's a little over 2 feet long. Somewhere between like 2 feet 1 inch and 2 feet 6 inches, somewhere in there, I think. A 2.0 core set. I think there's a damage deck in here. Pretty sure there's a damage deck in there. But I got an extra damage deck. So that's cool. And I bought this game. What do you mean? This is like a Cards Against Humanity with pictures. So a picture comes out and people put a caption on it. And I thought it was cute. And I got to demo it. And I'm like, all right. And I had it on sale. And I got that in an expansion. That's all I bought. But all the X-Wing and Imperial Assaults, or not Imperial Assault, the Legion stuff, these Rebel Saboteurs. I spent a lot of money today. I don't want to tell you how much I spent. It was crazy. So let's talk about reactions, right? We're talking about reactions to stuff. Oh man. So let's talk about the Superstar Destroyer. Oh, the Superstar Destroyer, dude. So I'm actually kind of mixed emotions on it. Of course, I wanted it, so I'm very, very, very happy about that. But at the same time, I was hoping they would amount something more than just one ship, because from a certain perspective, this is even less than the 2-ship wave. This is a 1-ship wave, right? There's another pic of it. This one, I don't think it came out that well. I took a video of it too. I'll publish some video later on. No, I don't want that. let's turn that one off. We'll pull up another picture. We've got another good one here. Let's do that. Let's change this to that one. This is a kind of a cool one. A lot of people aren't going to have that front angle, so you can kind of see how it looks coming at you. So that one is pretty cool. So I like that one. I try to get some from underneath too, but the lights were really bright and it was reflective, and it's hard to get the damage underneath. But there's not the damage, but the definition from underneath, from where they have it. But I want to try to get good stuff. I did not get a good look at the ship cards. The problem is the cards for this thing aren't on display. The problem is that it was a projector, and so it's such kind of bad quality, and I was right up next to it, and so it was glary and stuff, and so no, I didn't get a look at the ship cards at all. But I'm sure, today's Thursday, I'm sure by tomorrow they'll post the official article. Then we can talk about it in greater detail. We'll probably be able to see what Piet does. I guess there was Palpatine in there too, which is really interesting, because it's like, okay, so we have 2 new Imperial commanders, and I'm okay with the Imperials getting an extra ship because they were always behind on a ship. Anyway, the Rebels need at least 1 more commander. We've always had symmetry with commanders. So the commanders are game changing. They totally change your whole build strategy and everything. So we need, maybe we need a Yoda. I don't know. But yeah, 3 attacks. And some people were trolling me too, because I was teaching Armada, and some people, like some of you guys who follow me, were some of my followers were out there, and subscribers, people, people who know me, were out there, and I was just like, and I'm teaching people the base game, the basic rules of Armada. I'm like, every ship can attack twice, and this guy goes like, every ship? I'm like, well, no, not almost every ship, And I'm like, and the ships have 4 arcs. He goes, every ship? And I'm like, all right. Not every ship has 4 arcs. Apparently, some can attack 3 times and have 6 arcs. So that was funny. So everybody's in really good spirits. This is a highlight, man. Can we talk a little bit about the Clone Wars? Can we talk a little bit about the Clone Wars? I still don't know if Clone Wars are coming for Armada. I think that's something we're going to have to keep pushing towards now, more than ever. My basic gut feeling tells me that Legion and X-Wing are more popular right now because they're newer. Armada's less new. Understand that. Understand that it wouldn't get first priority. But X-Wing 2.0 is a ton of sales. But Legion's been doing great. Legion's been doing super great. So I'm very, very happy about Legion getting Clone Wars factions. I've wanted that for a long time. Huge surprise, but a very, very pleasant surprise. I'm happy about that. The problem is that I don't think it's going to be that quick for me to get my Gungan army. I really want a Gungan army, man. I know it sounds like a joke, but I mean, how funny would that be just to have that option, right? Like the guy riding the little raptor, the big Brontoapatosaurus thing with the shield generator, and then your troops on the ground. Like, I don't need that many different units for Gungans. You can even have a guy holding the little Boombas, and then Jar Jar. I don't know if Jar Jar should be a commander, like a Bombad general, or just an operative, or what. That would be something. That would be something interesting. So I'm excited about Legion. But because the first thing we're probably going to get Clone Troopers. Probably going to get B1 battle droids, or the basic, the Naboo invasion. Like all the stuff you saw the Trade Federation use on Naboo, I imagine will probably be in the first wave of like the CIS. Those tanks, maybe even the drop-off ships, like the little droids with the little skiff fighter, the little speeder guys. That's a good support kind of unit for them. But all the other separatist stuff, the super battle droids, the droidicas, those tank spider walker things. I don't even know what everything's called. And think about all the heroes we can get. I'm so excited to see Grievous on my tabletop. I'm so excited to see Mace Windu on my tabletop. I'm so excited to see Ahsoka. Well, I have Ahsoka for Legion, but I'm just excited to see Ahsoka on my tabletop. I'm excited to see Obi-Wan Kenobi in young form on my tabletop. Why am I putting spaces in random places when talking? But yeah, it would be they could do multiple ways of Jar Jar. They could do Jar Jar as a personnel upgrade. They could do Jar Jar as a commander or an operative or a Sith Lord, which is really what they should do. I think I like the whole Jar Jar Sith Lord thing. That would please me. No Jar. If you don't want dude, if you don't want Jar Jar, don't buy Jar Jar. You're gonna have plenty of other factions to stick to. You know, I'm like I didn't like Jar Jar either, but then I started to like Jar Jar more after I realized the whole Sith Lord thing, and I think it's hilarious. I talked a little bit about Armada, but let's talk about this with Armada. Superstar Destroyer is 4 ship cards. That's what they said. 4 ship cards. First off, that's kind of cool on its own. Second off, only 2 of them can fit in the 400-point game. Now, there was a rumor, I think, on the FFG forums, somebody saying you can fit 2 Superstar Destroyers in a 400-point game. No, 2 of the options available can work. But you can choose one. Like one might be like 350 points, one might be 390 points, or something like that. Not 390, maybe like 370, or but I don't think you're going to be able to fit 2 in a standard game. Now my question is, do I want to buy 2? Do I want to buy 2 just for those really big games, for like those 1,200-point games? You know, I kind of do, but we'll see. But yes, so yeah, how many are you gonna need, right? Or how many you want to buy? But there's 4 cards, so if only 2 can fit in 400-point games, and the other 2 are going to require larger games, that means there's at least 2 other tiers beyond the 400-point game that are going to like become like real tiers, not just like house rules or homebrew scenarios. There might be officially larger point games. I don't know if there will be larger point tournaments, and I'm okay if there isn't. I just like for larger points thing to become more of a recognized format. So this way, if you show up to a place to play some Armada and you're like, hey, you want to run an 800-point game? People won't look at you like you're crazy. I mean, granted, a lot of people wouldn't anyway, but it might be a little bit more common to see big games like that. 800 points you can do a lot with 800 points. It's a really good number of points. It makes me feel good too because I actually just bought last week. It was my tournament entry for the last Armada tournament I did. I bought a second Chimera expansion, which is the only expansion I hadn't bought 2 of yet. And I was like, I'll do it. For one, I like to have duplicates of every card in case the card gets damaged or whatever. Also, when my sleeve put things back, I know where they go. Because it's like, oh, where does Thrawn go? Oh, he goes here because here's the other Thrawn. It's like a thing with me. And that marks, I think, maybe my five ISDs. And I was like, I can never run 5 ISDs, but now I really can. 5 ISDs might be a thing. And I can make them all sign moons too if I wanted. The other thing that's kind of cool is the SSDs are like a whole new type of. They talked about an interesting thing is they said this is a whole new way of making ships, and so maybe it's like they're just making it in pieces and then gluing it together, kind of like if you were to order one from Mel Miniatures or something like that. And so I would love a conflict campaign. I would love a campaign based around the Superstar Destroyer. I kind of want to do another campaign at some point. I think after I get back home to Orlando, though, I'm probably going to be playing a lot more X-Wing for the immediate future. There's a lot of new ships to test out. This new Fang fighter is going to be really fun to test out. Yes, so new point limits for Armada is a big deal. I'm going to start off with one. I may at some point because the other thing is I could, depending on how things go, like you could always potentially borrow somebody else's to run 2 in a huge game. Potentially, I don't know. It's so big though, it's going to cause me to have to rethink about how I transport stuff. So this will be the first FFG product, or first FFG expansion that I actually save the box. I always throw my boxes away. This Lando Falcon box right here is getting thrown away. I don't save any of the materials because I do my own, I have a tackle box and I magnetize my Legion stuff. And, I come up with my own method for storage for all of that stuff. And we're going to show the Keyforge stuff I got in a video. Yeah, I'll show it to you right now. I don't, so I'll tell you a little bit. I don't know how to play this game yet. I opened up one deck this morning, really quick, and I didn't shuffle it or anything yet. So this is the back of this deck, and so every card has the same back. No other deck in the world has this deck back, so it's not like Magic the Gathering. So this is how they keep you from like trying to trade cards and min-max and stuff like that. You did hear me say giveaway, referring to the SSD. I'm not prepared to announce details on that at this time. However, I do plan to run some type of SSD giveaway. The problem with starting an SSD giveaway right now is that, because I already have a Solo Blu-ray giveaway going on right now. So for one, I don't want to have two separate giveaways of the same type overlap. I may come up with something special for the SSD giveaway. I don't know. I'm gonna think it through, and that's we'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know how that works out. And I think we're gonna wrap this up here in a little bit. But yes, so basically there's like 3 different clans that are going to be in each deck. There's 7 clans total, and when you play one, you can play as many from your hand that like are in that. Like, so if I've got a whole bunch of these green ones, I can say, all right, I'm playing green, and then I can play all the green cards I want. But then I can't use them. And so, if I know I want to play like yellow, then I have to I can only use the stuff that, I don't know, I got to learn how to play it. And hopefully tomorrow I can learn how to play it. Maybe tonight. So I'm going to go get some food and try to learn how to play this game. I will talk to you guys some more later. Stay tuned. I got more unboxings to come up and more other stuff. So I will see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.